Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I'm taking great risk this morning. I woke up very early. It's like 5 something in the morning, and if I talk too loud, I could get in trouble in this house because usually I don't make videos this early. So we're going to do the best we can do, and we're going to start here. iTrustCapital just listed Hyperliquid. Now I don't know much about Hyperliquid. I just know that I've seen a lot of conversation about this online, so I wanted to bring it to your attention. iTrustCapital is one of my partners. It is, in my opinion, one of the top 2 places to go to store your, get free institutional custody for your digital assets. You can open an IRA or a premium custody account. If you want to open an account, you can get a $100 funding bonus. And it's iTrustCapital.com/XRP Army. I'm doing this video early, by the way, because I've got a couple of appointments today, and I'm trying to knock it out early. We've got a 302 XRP. The market's at 4.02 trillion, and believe me, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on that we're going to talk about. This is one of them. I don't know if this is true, probably not true, but I did put it out there just to ask if anybody could confirm this or knew anything about it. This guy's saying Ripple is offering a buyback of its shares at $250 a share. Last buyback, they did do a buyback a while back, 175, increasing 42% market cap. I'm very curious as to whether this is really true. Don't know. Maybe somebody out there knows. Look at this from Paul Barron. He says, bigger than you can imagine. There are dark forces at work here. Well, I've been telling you about, I haven't called them dark forces, I don't believe, but make no mistake, there's a lot of jockeying for position with all the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and all that. And a lot of these guys are, they have their huge bags, and so they talk their book. But someone apparently, I guess Andrew Ross Sorkin did not give Dan Moorhead the talk about how there's an XRP blackout on CNBC where you can't talk about Ripple or XRP, because he said this.
We've had huge positions in Ethereum in the past. We used to be 100% Bitcoin. Something could come out tomorrow.
Is there anything out there, though, that's interesting to you? The reason I ask is I would hope that, Solana was created many years ago. Ethereum was created many years ago. Bitcoin was created many, many years ago.
Yeah.
I would like to think that technology and technologists have come up with better solutions since then.
Well, Solana could do, I think, 9 billion transactions a day, which is more than all capital markets combined. So
right.
It's not obviously need that next thing past Solana.
So you think it just doesn't matter?
Yeah, and there might be other use cases, other like Ripple's going after Swift, Bitcoin's digital gold. There's several different major use cases, but Solana's very good at the performant blockchain.
Dan, you're not allowed to say that. You could have gotten Andrew Ross Sorkin. He may be put in propaganda timeout for allowing you to say that. I wonder if they cut to commercial real quick. Look at this. This guy figured it out. This is from Bill Morgan's post. This guy says, if I understand this correctly, stablecoin issuer Tether prints money like the Federal Reserve and collude to use it to manipulate the value of cryptocurrency commodities like Bitcoin. Nailed it. Okay, check this out. Ripple, it says, when small business veterans thrive, so do communities. We're proud to announce $25 million donation in RLUSD on the XRP ledger to Axion Opportunity Fund. Investing highlights how stable coins can drive real-world impact by empowering entrepreneurs and veterans. Brad Garlinghouse hadn't tweeted in a while. U.S. small business and veterans embody resilience and opportunity. So that can't be a bad thing. James Seifert XRP ETF should be coming from Rex Osprey this week. This is from them. It's going to be called XRPR. Is coming this week. Will be the first U.S. ETF to deliver investors spot exposure. That's the key words, folks. That means they got to go out and buy XRP, thus taking the supply, some of the supply off the market. Okay, this is going to be an interesting week. Interest rates, the announcement on that is tomorrow. And then Nate Garachi says first ETF offering spot XRP exposure set to launch this week, using clever regulatory end around via 40 Act structure to bring this to market. Will be another good litmus test for the 33 Act spot XRP ETF demand. Futures-based XRP ETFs already nearing $1 billion in assets. The writing is on the wall. Look at this from Zach Rector. I asked Grok, what are the top ETFs filed under the 40 Act? It's already noting how big the XRP ETF could be. 150 million, 20 billion debut surge, inflow potential. Down here it says data on AUM for XRPR and DOJE is speculative until post-launch, but initial inflows could mirror SSK's 150 million or GBTC's 20 billion debut surge, depending on market sentiment. SEC's 75-day review window for 40 Act cleared for XRPR per Bloomberg ensures these launches proceed unless objections arise per Cointelegraph. Man, with XRP, who knows what kind of power plays could happen where somebody objects. I mean, God, we've been through it all, haven't we? Okay, now here's Hester Pierce talking about the ETFs.
Talk about some ETF offerings now. So the SEC recently postponed a few ETF offerings, including Litecoin, XRP, and I think as of last night, Bitwise's attempt to convert its crypto index into an ETF. So some investors are frustrated by this delay. Can you just walk us through the decision-making process here?
Well, so I did warn people at the outset of this crypto task force project that people would be frustrated. And this is definitely manifesting itself this week. I've heard a lot of complaints. And I think the point to remember is that there are a lot of we're a bureaucracy at the SEC, right? There are a lot of rules that have to be adhered to, and their processes. And so we're working through, we've gotten a lot of applications on the ETP side, on the exchange traded product side. And so we're working through those. But we have to do that in a way that will definitely frustrate people.
But just to be clear, you're not ruling out these listings, right?
No, I think we're not ruling out the listings. And even when you see delays, you shouldn't assume that that's ruling it out. Okay. That's there are just technical reasons for having
delays with the SEC. I mean, that's like the story of the XRP Army's life, feels like. Delay. Now, this was interesting from Paul Barron. Paul Barron, I've been watching Paul Barron, and this guy came in to crypto, and he does a really great job. And he's one of the few crypto journalists that's a really professional guy who smells what XRP's cooking, and he can't get his mind off of it now. That's kind of what happens. Who has the most to lose when XRP takes SWIFT transactions? The Netherlands is literally at the heart of global banking. One of SWIFT's only 3 worldwide data centers is located in the Netherlands, processing all European financial messages for over 11,000 banks. Regulatory power. The Netherlands is part of the G10 central banks overseeing SWIFT. Data sovereignty. All EU financial messages stay in Dutch Swiss centers, not U.S. Founding role, Dutch banker Jan Kra, Omro Bank helps create SWIFT in 1973. From creating the world's first stock exchange to hosting infrastructure for modern global payments, the Dutch have been the backbone of international finance for 400 plus years. So I went out and looked, and I found this article, and I wanted to share it with Paul. This is from 7 years ago. And that's how long we've been here, folks. We were covering stuff like this back in 2018-19. Netherlands Central Bank recognizes Ripple XRP as excellent real-time payment infrastructure. And here's a couple of clips from it. An offshoot of the Central Bank of the Netherlands National Forum on Payment System was cited. Ripple is one of the tangible innovations that can increase efficiency in the payments of the payment system through greater speed, conveyance, or cost. Now, in research, they had a research paper annexed to the vision on innovations in the payment system. I tried everything, folks. I followed that link. I went and put it in the Wayback Machine, and you cannot pull this document. So I'm assuming it mentions Ripple and/or XRP. Forum revealed that Ripple Network Protocol is an example of innovation that could contribute to that change by enabling banks to use this infrastructure to facilitate real-time payments. Netherlands Central Bank, it says banks are showing an increasing interest in Ripple Protocol. Integration of payment protocol would allow banks to offer their customers the ability to transfer any amount of money in any currency to other institutions that use the protocol without the need for intermediaries. That would lead to cost savings for banks. At present, 1 German and 2 American banks are using Ripple Network, while several other banks are experimenting with it. The interest from the banking sector, in particular in using Ripple Network, means its use could grow rapidly in the near future. It would therefore be important to monitor this development closely and to be involved in any steps that banks may take. And then we have, well, I'll tell you what, I've got a really interesting document that I found from the European Central Bank. And by the way, when I was researching Ripple and the Netherlands, one thing was that was pretty clear was that the Netherlands were working with the European, whatever you call it, the European Central Bank, and a lot of this is tied in with the digital euro. So that's where we're going to go next, and we've got a lot more to cover. We're going to go to daixrp.com. That's the Patreon. If you'd rather join through YouTube, click the join button below any of these videos, or you can join through X by hitting the subscribe button. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family to pray that my wife does not hear me and wake up from this, because I will be in trouble. Here we go.